Alright, welcome back to Signalis. And would you believe me if I told you that this is a completely different recording session? Because I didn't know when I first was going for this ending that you didn't fight the final boss. So this is me reloading my save. As soon as you pick up that book that I did, you can't get that one ending. You can only get it in while you're still in that first person view. And if that area looks familiar, that's the place we were at the start of the game after, getting out of the ship. The final boss is not a hard boss. She's just tedious with some of the shit she can do. But at least she's not like Actually, no, never mind. I forgot the example I thought off the top of my head. But yeah, get some of your ammo ready. I think heavy hitters are good for the fight, but I think the game will give you ammo for every weapon you have. And once you save one more time, it's time to fight the final boss and leave this place forever. There's some more notes here with the one guy, Adler, and all that shit. Oh. Yeah, I really should start drawing more. Keep saying that I will, but I never do.
I mean, I draw once in a while if I'm in the space to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like sometimes when you draw, it's some people it's a cope. It's good to cope for a little while, and then once you get to a certain point of the drawing, you're like, it's not the way I want to looking to start all over again. I get those every time.
All right, and here's the final boss, where the game suddenly goes Final Fantasy for some reason. This is Falk. You do not damage her with your guns. The spears that she has around her, that's what you're trying to use to damage her. She will send them to the ground with a little, pulse attack thing. Like, when they land, they'll, send out a damaging pulse. Of course, I fucked up and didn't have enough space for it. So I just destroyed handgun ammo. Now, that pulse attack won't come up until further into the fight, but you want to shoot her until she gets like that on the ground. The area will start changing, and depending on which, as you can see here, enemies will appear. If you're fast enough, I think you can grab another spear, but more often than not, she'll just summon them back beforehand. And yeah, I should have mentioned that you could have actually destroyed items, despite actually, us seeing that. Auto injectors. Have them equipped at all times. Because those are fairies in a bottle. Luna! Come here! What the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Dog seeing ghost again or something? God.
No, my family just got back.
Oh, okay.
That's the pulse attack I was talking about. When the spears are glowing red when they land, don't approach them immediately. Wait until the pulse goes away, and then you can grab one. It's not a bad fight. She sends these pulse waves out after a while. Oh shit, I forgot I got in critical state. But after a while, she will actually start having shields.
And I like the fact is, as soon as you start going to your inventory, the pulse came out.
I mean, you can have bad luck with when you pick up, well, when you go to into inventories and like I remember when I was playing Fatal Frame, I just got a one puzzle done, and this one enemy just appeared out of nowhere, and she almost attacked me, and right there and then I paused and went to my inventory. I knew if as soon as I exited out, I would have gotten hit. It's one thing that sucks about some survival horror. And that's the shield I was talking about. The shield does not matter with spears. You can stab them in no matter what. But you do need to stun her. And I think now she has two sets of shields. No, wait, no, she still just has the one. But I forget how many spears you need to actually stab into her.
7.
I swear, if you're fucking right, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, this shit can get annoying. Because you see this shit.
Yeah. Well, the fact that Nier does this as well in one certain point of the story.
Like, I get why, like, play as an android here and Nier you play as androids was like, sometimes it's better just to have us to be able to actually fucking see.
No, trust me. Like, if you, the only way you can like revert back to like with your like all your systems and like that, you have to make sure you have the cure-all material, the cure-all item to cure like any like hackings or viruses, like infections with the character and like that. So you get these. Because there's a couple times where I lost, like, I couldn't see anything until like either I had that to fix everything, or I just had a cheap death.
Yeah.
And just reset the entire thing all over again.
Fucking became Toho with all the energy pulse things.
Just became Toho. Why Toho?
I mean, I own one bullet hell Toho game.
Yeah.
And plus I like the character design for some of them.
Yeah. Trying to think. How many spears have you shot already?
I lost count, but I think that looks like 6. So off by 1.
Hey, I was hey, it's a pretty good guess.
I mean, yeah. But there we go. Boss is killed. And Falk puts Adler down. At least that's what that scene looks like. All right, I still can't tell you guys what the fucking story about all this is. It's harder for me to comprehend, and yet I figured out Rule Rose's story, and that's slightly less obtuse than this.
Or you can just go look up the lore of the story and go and get a fresh look on that. But that's up to you if you want to do that. You go the extra mile.
I mean, the choices are yours and yours alone. Ugh.
Yeah. But like saying that, but like I still want to understand the story though, without being like my choices count. But I still always want to at least get an idea.
Yep. Don't forget it's 7.
Yeah, I'll be back.
All right, and while Brady is doing something for his family that it shouldn't take that long. So the way we're going to be doing games that has multiple endings is that I will edit in multiple endings when it's not something like near. Like for here, I've quite literally got all the endings, and you will see the requirements for each one. I think after opening up the door, because that's where the person Alistair is looking for. That's where she is supposed to be at. Never mind. I think it's more going down the thing. Going down the fucking hole. Ugh. Man, I'm hungry. But then again, you guys don't actually give a shit about that. I just need to start taking actual fucking notes about shit. Like, so I know what I'm doing in each fucking area. Because this ain't like the next game I'm doing on here, where I've played that multiple fucking times. I mean, like, multiple that I don't even need to have notes. I can just say, oh, this is what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, that aside, we got more lore here. And this is supposed to be, like, all the notes in this area is just thoughts on, the woman Alistair is trying to get to. And the only thing I know for a fact is that she signed up for this mission to just find a planet or some shit for the government that employs her. And so she's on the ship. She eventually falls for, Alistair. And then after a while, something happened, and this time loop started. That's literally all I know of the game story. The shit that's, like, blatantly fucking obvious. And I literally can't explain everything else. Oh, I kind of forgot that they started blocking out what cycle it is. I'm not sure how long a cycle is supposed to be. But then again, it just seems like one of those generic fucking sci-fi shit that I don't particularly like, especially when credits are used as currency. Like, I understand why credits are used in currency in a lot of sci-fi stuff. It's just half the time it's fucking boring because it just feels so fucking generic.
It gets it done, but
You're not wrong. But here we go. The endings. This is for stuff that's not near, as I already mentioned before. On screen will be the ending type I'm going for. That's going to be shown, I should say, and the requirements for it. Signalis is one of those games that you have to do way too much to get an ending. But hey, again, at least it's not fucking Saw 2 Flesh and Blood. And before people say shit, because the start of my Signalis video, I only know that because I fucking watched Ellis Mark, and that fucker made a Saw retrospective that I just fucking listened to, and when he got to the bit with Saw 2 Flesh and Blood, where the fucking tutorial determines their ending with a character that is never brought up again in the fucking game, yeah, it's at least better than that. And before people are trying to wonder why I said in my Signalis video, I have an unironic fear of the Saw series. It's mainly with that fucking puppet. The thing terrified me since I was a kid, and since I'm not into horror movies, I have no real need to get over the fear. Because horror movies are fucking boring. Like, I tried watching Friday the 13th and fell asleep.
I mean, it is the first Friday the 13th movie. It's more on suspense than anything.
Yeah, but it's still weird that Jason wasn't a thing until the second.
I mean, he appeared, but at the very end, though. It was more of a dream, though, than anything.
Yeah. And oh shit, I forgot how loud I kept that. Let me turn this down a little more. So these first endings I am showing are the ones that will require you to fight the final boss. And this ending, Alistair just gives up on seeing what's-her-face again. She still has that fucking stab wound. Yeah, I always find it weird when you see like proper androids with blood.
Dude, like, Nier is the prime example of that freaking statement. But then again...
I mean, cyborgs, I can understand, like, androids 13 to, 19?
Yeah.
Despite them being called androids, they're cyborgs, let's face it. And, like, and Raiden from fucking Metal Gear, because with Metal Gear Solid 4, he actually becomes this fucking cyborg. Like, shit like that's understandable because you still have biological components, but androids, even the ones here, because there's a note that says their thought patterns are based on actual living people, like their brainwaves, I should say, quote unquote brainwaves. But it's like, androids are full out machines. They're not gonna have blood unless some morbid fucker decided that their coolant system should be red. But I don't know. I think I'm just bitching for no reason.
Mostly, but who cares? I mean, I've had people ask me that question, man. Like, why do the androids in like Nier Automata like bleed? I'm like, actual blood. I'm like, that's something they've never really explained, or why? I mean, because like the fact that everyone's mostly an android.
Yoko Taro probably has some sort of idea that he's just not going
Yeah.
to tell anyone until the next game.
If he decides to make another game, though, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Because we don't know, we might get another one in the Dragon Guard series, or it's gonna be near.
I don't think
mean,
we're ever going to get another Dragon Guard.
Well, I mean, the fact of how much the games were received were not good. So technically, Nier is like his more popular series. It's kind of like with Persona and SMT, but people still play SMT regardless.
Yeah, especially with fan translations and the like. But hey, you're most likely going to be doing the Dragon Guard games as well on this channel, so we'll find out then.
Yeah. I'm not. The only part is I like the fact that Dragon Guard 1, like playing that game. Yeah, it is not aged well. Like one bit.
I mean, the first game in a lot of series don't age that well, especially with controls.
Well, also the fact that the second game is an alternate timeline.
Fuck that shit.
It's not a sequel. It's an alternate timeline. But the fact that the third game is a prequel to the first game.
All right, and here's the ending. I was going to get, and this is the final proper session I did. So we're back in the room. Don't pick up the fucking book. Make sure you have all 3 keys in your inventory, because once you enter this room, it's a point of no return. And this is another thing I had to look up. One radio frequency will have the code that I'm putting in right now. It is a long as fuck code, and I think it is static, so you can copy the homework here.
You would think they would have you type it down instead of clicking it, but
Well, you are typing it
oh,
because you're typing in the keypad. And once you pick up that flower, that's the ending.
well. I like how the fact there's I don't know if these endings are considered canon or joke endings.
Well, I mean, it's I hesitate to say a joke ending because it's nothing like the fucking UFO or dog ending like you can see in the Silent Hill series.
Like I said, we're going back to the Nier thing. Nier has literally a majority of its endings are joke endings, and it's literally one is just eating a mackerel, then you die. That's it.
Now, how the fuck does one die by eating a mackerel?
I don't know. It's Yoko Taro, dude. There's some joke endings I can see why they're joke endings. But, that one literally takes the term joke ending to its full capability.
But, all that aside, that was Signalis. What are your thoughts?
Looks fun. It's more like a game I would go back to maybe once in a blue moon kind of thing. If I feel like booting the game up again.
Yeah, it's a great horror game, at least on your first time. Now, granted, horror games in general, they're not really meant to be replayed. I don't know why people keep saying, "Oh, this game doesn't have good replayability" and all that shit. Because once you encountered the scares first time around, they're not going to be that scary. This is my 4th time playing the game. Didn't get scared by anything. Only time I was scared was during my first playthrough. But it's a pretty good game for what it is. And if you're smart enough to decipher the story, then there you go. Where is Steam? Steam. Right now, it is $20. I think it has physical copies, but I'm not completely sure. It's available, obviously, on PC since I mentioned Steam. I want to say it's also on Switch and PS4. Let me double check. Looks like it's also available on Xbox as well. Yep, Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and the PC.
So pretty much every major console that's out right now.
Yeah, well, last gen, I should say.
Well, at least out that time period.
Yeah. My recommendation, if this Let's Play didn't sell you on it, just wait until the Steam Summer Sale. I don't think it takes that much to run the game. So you should be fine no matter what your PC build is. But if you like taking games on the go, the Switch is definitely a viable option, even if with, I should say, the Switch 2 being announced. Can't wait for that Direct.
Yeah, and how much it's going to cost?
I don't like to think about it at the moment.
Well, there's rumor that it's supposed to be like $450 right now. That's what they're rumoring, but I doubt it's going to be $450. It's especially for something that's like, what the Switch should have been when it came out back in 2017, 2016 or so.
Well, you say should have been, but you have to realize that the Switch was like brand new technology.
Well, at the same time, we had the PS4 and the new Xbox.
Yeah, but you have to imagine trying to fit PS4 shit into a small, little portable thing. Like there's way more that goes into the shit than one may think. Although I just hope with Switch 2 that you can actually turn off the damn thing while it's docked. Because not Link Between Worlds. A Link to the not even Link to the Past. I'm a fucking moron.
Breath of the Wild.
No, not Breath of the Wild. Fucking Link's Awakening. That's what I'm thinking of. The game can run at 60 frames, like a smooth 60 frames per second. Like its frame rate's already at 60. But because of the nature of the Switch, the RAM is like filled up immediately, and RAM is like what dictates how much you can do and shit. So you have to take it off the dock, shut it off, let the RAM clear, then boot it back up. Then you should not have any issues with a Link's Awakening. Now, granted, it should have been locked at 30 regardless, but still. So it's one of the dumbest things with the Switch that you can't really turn it off while in dock mode. But all that aside, a game by Rose Engine. So next Let's Play, at least for me, it's instead of Tony Hawk Underground, it's going to be Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. And there's the stats from me. Before people ask, death cheated means like when you're on death's door and you heal. So look forward to 2000 Year Door whenever we can actually start that. With Brady and Nier, that's still going to take us a bit. We still need to get a flash drive for all that, since I'm the only one who does the editing here. But well, hey, once we get the flash drive, everything will be perfectly fine.
At least for the A route, at least for now, and then the B route will be probably sometime soon, because it's not the B route's not that long.
But speaking of which, are you gonna be like taking breaks between each like ending that's like not a joke one?
I mean, we're just gonna do the only thing is, like, if you want to do the E ending, you have to first do the C ending, and then we can just do at the same time. It's the D ending. You have to, like, the C and D ending depending on who you choose.
Okay.
So if you want, yeah, like I said, you have to pick A2 to get the C ending, but you do 9S to get the D ending. Then once you get the D ending or the C ending, you get the E ending.
All right.
So it's a lot of you got, but luckily they do chapterless, so you can just go skip right to the portion of the game where you want to pick which ending you want to do.
All right. But with all that aside, we've been Team 5Gs, and this was our Signalis Let's Play. Yeah, join us again next time for 1,000 Year Door. It's gonna be the Switch version. And like before even starting it, like Brady, he asked me which one I was gonna do. GameCube version, I'm gonna make a proper video on that one on my own channel, because that's the one I grew up with. But the Switch version is fine, even though 30 frames feels a little weird. But when playing a 1,000 Year Door. But all that aside, we'll see you guys next time.